Acclaimed Home Warranty gives you peace of mind knowing that the major systems and appliances in your home are covered against unexpected breakage and costly repairs. So you can enjoy what you love doing because our coverage options and easy process take the hassle out of finding quality contractors. When your covered items break and you need service fast, Acclaimed Home Warranty is here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. For a free, no-hassle quote, go online to acclaimedhw.com.
Owning a home is the American dream. I love my job because I get to help people buy, sell, and improve that American dream. Follow me this week as we explore exciting new trends in Utah's real estate. So Clay, the market's back up, but back a couple years ago, we had a lot of short sales and stuff. What kind of loan programs, what does that look like these days?
Well, in the Great Recession, as they're calling it now, a lot of people had to do a short sale. They had foreclosures, there was bankruptcies, there was a number of things. What we've realized in this market is that the market understands what happened there, and people are being harder on themselves than the lending guidelines are themselves. So how many times, Jay, have you heard somebody say, I'd love to buy a house, Jay, but I had a short sell 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
So an example would be on a conventional home loan where you can go up to $424,100 on the loan amount, just a 4-year wait on that. People are thinking it's 7-year wait or longer. On an FHA loan, it's a 3-year wait. The other one that we hear is the bankruptcy, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I had a bankruptcy when things got really hard. 2 years wait on a Chapter 7 bankruptcy on an FHA loan.
That's crazy.
And they're right back in the home buying market. And we're seeing a lot of people now starting to figure that out.
Yeah.
But so many people we talked to initially said, I probably can't do anything right now because I had a bankruptcy 4 years ago.
But it's a lot easier than what they think, basically.
A lot easier than what they think to get back into that home buying market.
So Clay, take a look at that view behind that house.
That is pretty. Nice mountains, beautiful setting.
And so this home is in Farmington, and the last 2 houses that we put on the show in Farmington went multiple offers first day.
Yeah.
The last one we actually ended up keeping up because it showed 3 times in the first day, got 2 offers. We bid that one from $630,000 up to $695,000.
Wow.
So Farmington, the other one was a smaller home. That one had like 5 or 6 offers.
Yeah.
And so Farmington, for whatever reason right now, is really, really hot.
I've always liked that market. I had
Yeah.
a few friends that lived there. It's just a beautiful community right there. And what a great home right inside there.
And so this is a really nice home. Obviously, it's just about to hit the market. Beautiful, lots of nice windows off the back. So as you're looking out those windows there, now picture there's a big deck off the back, a big covered deck, and then it looks out of those views we were looking at.
Yeah.
And so you're getting a real nice big kitchen. Right here we're looking at the office, which is kind of a joint room. I guess you could use it as an office or like a
sitting room
living
or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then a nice, big, huge, massive kind of expanse into the great room.
I like
right?
the way that opens up right there from
Yeah.
the kitchen. Nice flow and that kind of arched entryway a little bit. That is really pretty.
Very nice woodwork, as you can see. And right through those windows, you can see look at all the natural light in here.
Yeah.
Tons of natural light.
Yeah, just kind of streaming in, warming it up.
Yeah, and it's got nice separation between the rooms, but it still opens up. Big vaulted ceilings, you can see. They've got the double ovens, big, huge granite countertop there. Master on the main floor, which is always desirable.
Yeah.
We're looking, again, vaulted ceilings, which is nice.
Yeah, it's a nice style that they did those vaulted ceilings with too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so on this one, we're going to be looking, this house is also, we had a couple houses right now of about 4,000 square feet. This one's 4,465 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 2 full, 1/2 baths. It's on 0.26 acres. It is built in 2009, and you can see they've did a real nice job with their countertops and their
They
sink
did.
there.
Just the whole
Yeah.
color scheme, it just complements it, really well throughout the property,
Yeah.
the way they've done this.
beautiful little property, nice location, and for whatever reason, I think Farmington is one of those locations that it's really desirable because you're only about 17 minutes away, about 15 minutes away from downtown Salt Lake, but you're kind of far away from it. You get good value out there. You can buy a lot of house, get a lot of bedrooms, and have a real nice, clean neighborhood. As I was up there looking at this, the views, right up against the mountain. Of course, they got Lagoon.
Well, even though it is close and it's in the city, it kind of has that suburban feel and just a little bit more of that out of town feel. That's very, very nice.
Yeah. So we're looking at Farmington, like I said, just about 4,500 square feet. Of course, the basement's finished on this one.
Mm-hmm. Which is nice.
Oh yeah, look
and
at
they did it right too.
Big open space in the basement, as you can see. Place for a home theater there. And the deck off the back, they've got a place right outside, right off of that walkout where you could have a hot tub right outside.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It is.
Here's in the back room here, this is a little craft room that they have put together, and they took what would be 2 rooms and they made it into one massive space. And so if you wanted to buy this house and you wanted to actually put the wall right there between those,
I saw that
those
perfect
2 doors,
splitting place. Yes, yep.
And it's got another area where you could bring in that other door. And so if you wanted to split it up into a couple rooms, you could. It doesn't cost much money at all to do that. You could do it, but they kind of left that nice and open because I think they had
it still has
plenty
the
of room.
5 bedrooms. It could go to 6, but it still has the 5 bedrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's plenty, right?
Yep.
So on the main floor, you're looking, here we are on the back deck. There's that back deck I was talking about.
Mm-hmm. With the view of those mountains that we saw right there at the start.
So you've got your walk out of your basement. That's where you put your hot tub right down there. It's kind of sunken in. There are the beautiful views.
I love that design when they put that right underneath the balcony on top.
Yeah. This cute little home. In Farmington, I tell you, Farmington is hot right now. Okay, for this one, we're going to be heading up to Traverse Mountain. Of course, we all know that is right where the tech boom is going on right now.
So much going on there.
That's right.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
And the city says that if you've seen the growth that they've had, you cannot even imagine what's on its way and what they are putting through the city right now.
Which is amazing because you see these new big commercial buildings popping up down there right off the freeway on a regular basis. So much activity is going on right there.
That's right.
This puts you right in the heart of all that.
And they say that it's not even scratching the surface of what they're expecting and where they're doing. You notice that all the buildings are going straight in the air.
Yep.
And that's a sign of growth. It's going to be like a new downtown, basically. That's if there's jobs, there's need for housing. When we talk about this, in this particular one, the unique thing about it, obviously, it's a beautiful home, and it backs to the most beautiful views off the back. It's up on the hill. There's nothing ever going to be built because it's BLL land behind it. But it's also a mother-in-law apartment.
Oh, that is nice.
And so it's got 2 kitchens and everything, and so you can see. So if you have, this is a unique situation. You don't run across it all the time with the separate entrance. And so if you have a family member that you want to live with, or you want, you might maybe in the future might have one.
Well, Jay, we've had that off and on over the past few years, 2 different times.
Yeah. You have personally?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's no steps or anything going to it. They just walk around the back of the thing, and there's a park right next to it, the left, a beautiful little park, so it's lots of open space. It's got beautiful views, which I can't even express how beautiful they are. And of course, at $126 a square foot, this is not bad at all.
That's not, especially in that location.
Yeah. So we're looking at 68 square feet with 5 bedrooms, 3 full, 1 half bath. It's on 0.16 acres. Of course, got a 2-car garage. It was built in 2006, and it's got 2 kitchens. If you ever they always talk about how do you save money on houses? Don't put in kitchens.
That's right.
Because
that's right.
Are the most
it's
expensive
expensive. There's plumbing. There's a lot going on. But it's a nice value add.
Yeah.
And it's surprising when you have it how frequently you use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean,
you don't.
And if times ever got hard, I mean, you bring the family. There's your views off the back. Take
Oh,
a look.
now that is nice. Yes.
And like I said, that's BLM land, and so that is what nobody's ever going to be able to build on right there. And so it'll always stay that way.
Always going to have that view.
Yeah. Now we're headed down into the basement. You can see they still have some nice windows, lots of light coming through.
Yeah, they
as
do.
We can see.
Yeah.
They've got a master down there. They've got a little kitchenette. I mean, I mean,
I do like that. I mean, those windows come almost all the way down to the floor the way they do that. So it gives you that real ground level feeling down there.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, this is a good little product. When I saw this one, I thought this is great.
Yeah.
This is exactly what's needed, which is inexpensive housing. You know, because at that price range, that's not very much money.
Well, and, you know, they're pulling in that industry a lot of tech people that are in there, and you know, it's a great priced home for somebody who wants to be in that area.
Zippy Shell of Utah has a new and innovative solution for your storage needs. We offer convenient, secure storage that is less work for you. We bring a storage container to your house for you to load. Once it's loaded, we'll pick it up and store it at our climate-controlled warehouse. When you're ready, we return the container to your house to unload. Right now, we are offering a storage special for only $99 a month. Please call us with any of your storage needs.
Jay Deere here with Real Estate Essentials. Have you ever been driving through a neighborhood and just died to know how much those houses cost? Well, just download Real Estate Essentials' new free app. It uses your phone's GPS to track your location, and then it uses a multiple listing service to give you all the details. All you need to do is text RE-UTAH to 32323, and be sure to tune into Real Estate Essentials every Sunday afternoon at 4:30, only on ABC4, good for Utah. So Clay, imagine driving down your street right here with those beautiful views and those beautiful mature trees, and then you make your left-hand turn and you drive up to your house. But if you were able to fly over your house, you would see that there's a massive park right to the left of your massive backyard.
Which can get so used.
Yeah.
It really does. When you have that type of a situation, I've had several friends that have that, and that park and its utilization, getting out and playing with the kids and stuff, is just priceless.
Yeah, and so, and as you step inside, you're going to see all these nice features that they put in, you know, all this beautiful backsplash and in the cool colors. This house is a really unique kind of, I don't know, would you call it kind of a mauve green? I don't know what you would call it, with this kind of, I don't know, kind of a, it's not white, it's more of a cream. I'd say it's cream and like I don't know, kind of a green, but it makes for a really unique. No, it totally
works
does.
very well. And, you know, then the flow from the kitchen into that open area, I really like the way that was done.
And so this one you're going to be looking at, this one's almost 4,000 square feet with 4 bedrooms, 2 full, 1 half baths. It was built in 2008. It's on almost, it's on a third of an acre, but it's almost a half. It's 0.39 acres. And so, yeah,
it's a good sized lot.
Yeah,
especially when you're right next to that park like that. You have a lot of opportunity there.
Yeah, and so it's got a lot of. It's still got the basement that could be finished out, so you could improve. You know, make a lot more living space if you want to. But already it's got 4 bedrooms, which is, I mean, that's quite a lot. One of the things I really like about this house is Farmington. And Farmington right now is just absolutely blowing up with their new mall that they have out there.
It is, and I've always liked the mountains and just the setting of Farmington, and it's kind of like you have a little bit still of kind of a rural feel a little bit, but you're just so close to everything. Yeah. You know?
The drive into Salt Lake is, I mean, you're talking 15 minutes, you're right in there.
Exactly.
You're just coming from the other side of things. And Farmington is I found this year been one of the very hottest markets I've seen. Out of all the markets, Farmington is peaking and finding a ton of buyers have found this place with their really nice mall, their convenience to Salt Lake City, and their still kind of rural feeling.
Oh, and don't forget about Lagoon, too.
Yeah, you got Lagoon. Which, and so Farmington, we've been, it's been fun to watch.
Yeah,
you know, Farmington has been just an up and coming grower, and this is a great example of, this is where you can get a beautiful property, be close to everything. You see that? That is all their land right there back into the corner. So if you wanted to put a shop on the back and access it from the backside, I mean, a lot of opportunity here. Now we're going to fly over the top, as you can see, to get an idea. There's your park, and there's all the open land, looking up on the views.
Oh, and the land just flows right into that park.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you can still see the house right there and how it fits in this, almost like a little cul-de-sac. It's really unique.
It is.
Okay, Clay, for this one, we're going to be heading up to Pleasant View. And although it's Pleasant View up there, it's raining on this day. And as they say, the show must go on, right?
Well, that's been the story of the year, right? There's a lot of moisture, a lot of snow. This spring has been really, it's greened everything up. You look at the mountains,
Look at how
the
beautiful.
snow line.
Look at all
this-
that. Look at all that green and all those different colors.
Yeah.
This was a special home. Okay, you know I'm always looking for a special home to
Mm-hmm.
put on the show, and this was somebody. Whoever built this home planned on being there forever, and these guys picked this home up, and they've lived there and loved it, and it just had such unique style
Yeah.
and feel that I thought it was something special we want to show.
They put a lot of character to this home, and even that fireplace right there, just the way that it's designed, and then stops under that window right there, and you have the light coming in. Just a really, again, a lot of character to this home that makes it unique and fun.
Look at that kitchen, just beautiful,
Yeah.
huh?
Just pops the way they did that, with that brick backsplash and the wood tone.
They really, this is made out like a Parade of Homes type finish, where they really put a lot of money into this house. Somebody wasn't trying to save money here. Somebody was trying to build them something that they
Yes.
loved.
Yep.
And so the countertops, everything is just super high class. They've got heated floors, so the tiles all heated when you walk through. Beautiful back. Look at the pantry.
Oh,
How did they do
nice.
that? How did they open those doors like that?
know,
I
it's
don't
a
even know. I'll be honest with
Magic
you.
trick, yeah.
That's
yeah.
gotta be magic of some sort.
I know it.
But their pantry, as you go in there, is this huge, massive pantry, just like you want to have. And of course, you got to have a place for your grand piano, right?
You do. You do. What a great
Really
room.
nice woodwork. Their deck off the back is just really, really nice. Huge. The garage, I don't know if I've seen many garages that are as big as this home.
Really.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. This is the master. Look at this, how beautiful this
Oh,
is.
wow.
And it's a
Yeah.
massive room. It's hard to explain how big it was as you walk in. I mean, look at the size of that bed. Look at the door. That's a
Yeah.
good con. Look at the size of the door. That door is probably what, 7 foot tallish?
Yeah.
6'5" or whatever. That bed and the size of the room is just massive.
And there's still a lot of room left over around that.
As you go into the bathroom in this case, on the left-hand side there, it's got a huge closet that goes in, and look at their shower. They've
Yeah.
got rocks in there, so you literally walk into the rocks, and they've got steam in there. I mean, it's just this
Well,
thing.
again, it's like you said, they really built this to stay long term. They weren't as concerned about, hey, is this going to match? We want this to be kind of our dream
They've got a
home.
place inside the closet where it's got heated towels. So
Oh, my word.
when you're done in there, you just open your little thing and you've got your heated towels. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I've sold a lot of houses.
Yes,
I've
that's
never
not
seen
something
that.
yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yep.
And going down in the basement here, they've got a second living area down in the basement, a little kids area. They've got a second kitchen down in the basement, a second master bath or bedroom, and a salon down in the basement. This is the second master down in the basement.
Those features you're just talking about, the basement, even that salon, that is such a feature to have.
Yeah.
And there's so many people who like to do that. Of course, you can use it for a lot of other things.
Separate entrance
Right.
into the basement.
Yeah.
Now we're going upstairs. This is the loft area. This is another. Look at the size of this bedroom.
Jay, every room that we that we go into on this one, I think, wow, it's another great room. Sometimes you'll have one or two focal point rooms, and every room we go into on this house, they've thought of everything on this room too.
They had a really nice home. Like going to the backyard, as you can see, just laid out with these big, huge, massive trees in the backyard. And even though it's raining, this is beautiful.
We were looking for a new home. Some were too big, some were too small, some were just wrong. Then, wow, we were in our dream home.
Then the hard part started. All this paperwork.
Luckily, we had Steve, a loan officer from Castle & Cook Mortgage, on our side. Even though he's done this 1,000 times, he knew we hadn't. He took care of everything, and fast, so we could focus on the things that really matter, like enjoying our new home. Castle & Cook Mortgage, the key to your castle.
Well, we've been thinking about it, and we're just not sure.
I understand.
We've never sold a house before.
I'll walk you guys through every step.
So if we sell, do you think we can swing it?
Well, I have the numbers right here, and based on the comps that I found, the timing is perfect. There are a lot of buyers for a house like yours.
It's good to know.
I'm so excited.
What's the worst part about selling your house and moving to St. George? The move. So now anyone who works with Jay on buying a house in St. George gets a complimentary moving package from Zippy Shell, Utah.
And be sure to tune into Real Estate Essentials every Sunday afternoon at 4:30, only on ABC4, Good for Utah. Clay, so we're going to be heading up to the Silicon Slopes, right?
Yeah, great area up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're up here in Highland. Now take a look at that view.
Wow.
As we fly around this house, you gotta love spring in Utah, right?
You do.
I just absolutely love it. Okay, so this one is right up, and take a look at this shot. I think this is real ingenious. They fly up to the front of the house,
Yeah.
and normally they stop and open the door, but take a look at this one, they just fly right through.
Well, what a perfect entry too. The background, the mountains, the approach, the neighborhood, the architectural lines on this home.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, and this one you can tell as you walk into the front of the house, you'll notice all the moldings. Take a look at all the moldings on the wall and all the detail, the work that they did into this. That takes a craftsman, that takes a laborer to go through and do all that work. This is grundles of money.
And that's the thing people don't realize is the extra money that goes into this with these extra finishes. You can't just look at the square footage. You have to look at these finishes, and these are just spectacular.
And so if you were a builder and going to build this for somebody to be a spec home, you would never do stuff like this, because each one of those things takes so many hours of a craftsman to go in there, cut all those things and spackle, and make it look beautiful.
Right.
And
That's
so
right.
as you can see, they spared no expense on this. Just absolutely beautiful.
Well, throughout.
Yeah.
You go into each room and you just see it.
A lot of craftsmen, a lot of detail work, and this is a really unique home. So this one on the main floor, it's a 2-story, but on the main floor you have 5 bedrooms on the main floor, and or an office. So you can either have 4 bedrooms or an office. One of them's kind of a bit of a flex room. That's just on the main floor.
That's spectacular.
Yeah, and then upstairs you got another 2 bedrooms, and down the bedroom basement you've got another 2 bedrooms, and so you're talking 9 bedrooms.
That's a large home for a great family and great to entertain and yeah.
But it's not like it's all bedrooms, because they've got a ton amount of open space here, home theaters and big expansive space in the basement that we're going to go to look at in the basement here in just a minute. So it's 6255 square feet with 9 bedrooms, 3 full, 1 3/4, and 1/2 bath. And it sits on 0.32 acres. It was built in 2006. Of course, it's got a nice 3-car garage. It's got 2 entries on the front of the house. And the backyard, we're going to take a look at that in a minute. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Well, you say it certainly is not, but I mean, you have just these great open spaces, these nice molded pillars throughout, great attention to detail, the extra little touches that they put on the wall finishes.
Yeah, and this is going to be upstairs above the garage here. We got 2 bedrooms. As you can see, just a nice space.
It is, yeah.
And this one we've been showing, and I get a ton of feedback about just how beautiful the home is and how it lays out really well. And headed down to the basement here. Let's take a look.
Again,
look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, you walk into the basement and bam, nice finishes right off the bat.
And so normally in basements you're going to see a lot of walls, but they did steel beams in this one, so they're expand that space. So you remember how we talked about it's got 9 bedrooms, but look at how open this is. It still has a ton of open space.
It does.
It's absolutely beautiful,
It
right?
is, yeah. The woodwork and the extra tile that you have there, I mean, just...
And look at those ceilings.
Yes.
The cost, if you had to recreate this home, I mean, they're only, right now, they're $118 a square foot.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing because, you walk into a house and you'll say, oh, this is a nice home. This is one of those homes you walk into and you look at it and you say, wow, this is spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For $118 a square foot, that's unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right there, right at the Silicon Slopes, which is so popular. I mean, this is where all the jobs are coming in. So this is an executive type home. Here we're going to the home theater. Take a look at that.
Yes.
Beautiful, right?
That is amazing.
Just what everybody wants, everybody needs. I can't get over the price at $118 a square foot. Now, take a look at the backyard.
Look at that.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yes.
Of course, they got this arbor that's right in the back, and it looks down over this beautiful valley. The views off the back are just absolutely gorgeous.
That's such a great area. And again, even in the backyard, the landscape, look at all the detail that they put into that.
They even got a little waterfall.
Yes.
Can you believe that?
I know.
$118 a square foot. A builder cannot rebuild this house even close, because new construction without a finished basement, without a yard, you're going to be looking at least $100 and probably $25, $135 a square foot.